KIPP is hosting an art contest for all students. Many of our KIPP students are artistically talented. Others of you may not know that you are, and still others of you may enjoy art so much that you don't really care how talented you are. You just like doing it. Regardless, I hope you'll make some art and submit it for our art contest. This presentation will tell you important details and hopefully encourage you to submit some art. This art contest will be big. So big, we're using 2 categories for art submissions. You can submit to Category 1 or Category 2 or both. You can only submit 1 piece to each category, though. That means you cannot submit 2 pieces to Category 1, for instance. So Category 1 is an open category. There is no theme. You can feel free to get really creative with your art. You could do a portrait like any of these, or like these. You could do a landscape. You could create art out of mixed media. This means you're using mixed materials all for one art piece. So the very first picture uses photographs, magazines, different kinds of paper that they've cut out. It also uses some paint and some sketching. The photo on the right, or the second photo, shows an art piece that uses photographs to make up the clothing, rolled pieces of paper to make up the hair, and then pen and chalk and a little bit of paint to draw the face and the necklace. You could do something abstract or draw something from a unique perspective, like you're looking up at tall buildings. Or you could draw something totally different. Regardless, there will be judging, and our judges are going to judge based on grade bands. If you're in the 5th and 6th grade, you'll be judged together, and there will be a 1st, 2nd, and 3rd place out of your 2 grades. 7 and 8, same thing, and then grades 9 and 10, same thing. You're going to be judged on overall composition and quality, so how you lay out your art piece and how good the art piece actually is. You're also going to be judged on creativity and originality. Did you copy something that you saw? Did you come up with a completely new and unique idea? Those are what your judges are going to be looking for. We also have a second category. In this category, you have to respond to a theme. A lot of art contests do this, where they have a theme that kind of gets a artist's ideas flowing and makes them have to think about something differently. Our art contest for Category 2 is going to focus on the theme of slow and steady wins the race. We picked this theme because we really want to promote our KIPP 5K run that's on May 2nd. So in case you guys didn't know, we have a KIPP 5K, that's 3.1 miles that people will run or walk, and we're going to do that on May 2nd. So we're trying to get some art that maybe we could display there. We're also going to display the art at board meetings where some of the people who make decisions for our schools and our region come and meet. They do that every month, so I wanted to display your art in March and in April. You're going to be judged on 3 different areas for this Category 2. Again, overall composition and quality. Again, creativity and originality. And then the unique piece about Category 2 is that you're going to be judged on how you respond to that theme. We want you to have an appropriate response or incorporation of the theme. Now, how you do that is open to your creativity and originality. Something that connects you to slow and steady wins the race. That could look different for everyone. On the back of your one-pager, there's a calendar of important dates. This tells you when the art is due, February 28th. So art submissions are due to assistant principals on February 28th. If you're at the high school, you're going to turn it into the front office. It also tells you when we're going to be judging, when your artwork might be displayed at the board meetings or at the KIPP 5K, and it tells you when winners will be announced. Make sure that when you submit your art, it's completely dry and it has a submission ticket on it, which I'm going to talk about next. But again, you're going to submit it to your assistant principal by the end of the day, February 28th, if you're at the middle school. And if you're at the high school, you're going to submit it to the office by the end of the day, February 28th. However, it must be dry and complete, and you must include a submission ticket. So submission tickets tell us who did the art, what is the title of your work, and then some other information that won't be shown to everybody that sees it. So this is a picture of a submission ticket. You notice that there's a side on the left and a side on the right with a dotted line down the middle. The idea is that paper gets folded along the dotted line, so the only thing that people see when they're looking at your art is the information on the front, your name and the title of your work. So whatever you want to name your art is the title of the work. You can get as creative as you want with that. Make sure your handwriting looks legible and so that people can read it. If you struggle with that, ask somebody for help. So you're going to fill out your name, the title of your work, and then what will be shown on the back of your art piece is it category 1 or category 2? What's your grade level? Who's your advisory or homeroom teacher? Who do you live with? What is your parent or guardian's name? And then what is their phone number? This will get delicately stapled to the edge of your art submission before you turn it in. Here's an example. I have my art piece. You can see where it's stapled kind of really close to the dotted line. And you can also tell that I'd already folded it on that dotted line. I included my name, the title of my work. This is a submission for category 1, my grade level, my advisory teacher, my parent or guardian name, and then a phone number. Where that staple is should not mess up my artwork at all. Here are a couple more pictures so that you can see it when it's laying folded. So the very first picture, you can see that it kind of covers up my art, but the staple doesn't actually mess up my art. So it shows the title of my work and my name, but it doesn't show any of my contact information. If the judges can't see the full art piece, they can easily just touch the corner of that submission ticket and bend it back to look at the full art piece. And it still doesn't mess up your art. All right, if you have any questions, and I expect that you will, please check 3 before me. You need to read that one pager. It has a lot of information on it. If you have trouble reading it, please ask for help. If you still don't know the answer to your question after reading the one pager, ask a neighbor. If they don't know the answer, ask another neighbor. And then finally, if you've read the one pager and you've asked a neighbor and then another neighbor, then you can email me your questions using the contact information on the bottom of the one pager. I hope to see some great artwork from you all. And I know that your teachers and your administrators are excited to see just how talented you are. This is a really good chance for you guys to shine. So get those submitted by February 28th. You will each get one piece of art paper, either from your teacher or from an administrator. If you need a second piece of art paper because you would like to submit to both categories, just ask someone either in the office at the high school or ask your AP at the middle school, and we'll make some available to you. You should only be taking about 2 pieces though, so if you need to practice on another piece of paper, try to practice on some computer paper or something like that. I look forward to seeing what you guys create.